right, yeah. Mm, joy, joy, joy. Wake up, y'all. We getting in here. It is time. It is the time. They say the joy of the Lord is my spirit. Ah, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day, man. Yeah, we up this morning. Yeah, we woke up early. Ah, you woke up early today. Be grateful. Something to be grateful for. A lot of us didn't make it. Um, a lot of us didn't make it. We up today at we up today at 5:40 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. You know, on the East Coast it's 8:41. So we up ready. We up ready, ready, ready. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's time to start your day off well. Plan for the next couple days. You see what I'm saying? Some of us are on spring break. Some students, some I see some of y'all on spring break. I seen some of y'all was on spring break last week, right? I went up to one of the colleges, San Jose State, and it was closed. And I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? It's like, oh, we on spring break. Okay, okay. Couple of y'all went to Maui. You see what I'm saying? Left the states. Okay. Y'all really doing it big out there. Some of y'all working, adding a couple extra hours to your time, stacking up that bread, right? I see you growing, I see you maturing, I see you working. Um, March, it's April 3rd. March was a impactful month. See what I'm saying? March was an impactful month. We had so much AI coming out to the scene last month. It had me, I was almost drunk and overwhelmed with all the AI that was coming out. I said, God have mercy. This is some real truth right here. This is the time. This is the time. They said, this is the time the Lord has blessed. You see what I'm saying? This is the day of the Lord of the law, of all law. You see what I'm saying? All divine conscious law, the law of correspondence, the law of polarity, the law of vibration. You see what I'm saying? The law of duality, right? When we talking about AI again, you got people that that enjoy of it. You got people who are scared of it, right? Oh, AI is taking such and such jobs, right? Understand the most high divine created all jobs. You see what I'm saying? Before you go to any man for a job, you consult with the most high because the most high it has all the data. You go to the source. The source is consists of all the data combined. You see what I'm saying? The source don't need the internet. It don't need to scrape the internet for information. You see what I'm saying? It is the original information. You see what I'm saying? It is the original information, not the you saw the original G, original I. It is the original I. Before there was an OG. The OG is a human third dimensional a mind, eld mind, L mind. You see what I'm saying? But above the supreme sovereignty mind. You see what I'm saying? The sovereignty conscious, right? Is the original OI. Before there was an OG, there was an OI, original information. You see what I'm saying? Coming straight from the source, right? The Lord of all lords, right? The L's of all L's. And by L's, I mean EL. You see what I'm saying? Which is a root prefix of a vibratory, astronomical, without outside your wildest dream type of being, man. It ain't playing, all right? And we ain't here to play as well. We here to do the Father's business. And the Father's business says, you know what? I got this AI coming out, and I want you to minister to the people. You see what I'm saying? They need some ministering with this AI to make sure that You know what I mean? They can use their faith, they can use the spirit that I provided to them, and they can put the work in. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's some that like they say, we wrestle not with flesh and blood. You see what I'm saying? We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with principalities, right? With actions and vibrations, right? With thoughts in high places. This is the type of energy that we go against. You see what I'm saying? So we gonna need to use this AI to also power up our team. You see what I'm saying? Like there's no way you stopping this AI. Ain't no way in hell these motherfuckers is out here is trying. We got again, we got people out here trying to stop AI too. We got lawsuits against OpenAI, right? They already have treaties with the Pope. You see what I'm saying? So what you think is gonna happen? You see what I'm saying? But on the bottom level, you see what I'm saying? This got me thinking about like, situations where I was a young cat watching Dragon Ball Z and you got these godlike beings going to war, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? And the people, um, you know, feeling the earth shake and shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh, whoa, what's going on? And the news is like, oh, there's a hurricane and dot 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 and the people, they not telling the folks like, nah, man, you got these gods out here, battling like they it's war out there, you know what I mean? Like these motherfuckers ain't building these tanks and these rockets is for nothing. Dog, they going against the gods out there. You feel what I'm saying? And so you know. The AI is just what's being leaked. This is old news. You see what I'm saying? So, um, and also it's another method to get you away from trying to get away from the matrix. You see what I'm saying? Imagine people trying to see the matrix, like, nah, man, I'm going out and away from this computer, away from all this stuff, and go and explore the world and see, what's really out there because we in a situation where it's really not that hard to see what's going on outside of this matrix. You see what I'm saying? The battles and the situations that's going on, but it's like that's how you get that's how you get the digital nomads. You know what I mean? Our goal is to create digital nomads where, you create your own jobs. You see what I'm saying? Well, you can create your own jobs. You see, the divine, consciousness has got you in a situation where you can't get away from this. You see what I'm saying? You at that job, you working at 9 to 5 and you listening and peeping game on, oh yeah, word, I heard this chat GPT or oh I'm hearing about this AI stuff, right? I know it's a way for me to get out of the situation and use that. You feel what I'm saying? And use that. So, you come to the ministry, you come get some game, because the game, ah, that game, God bless the game. The game came from the heavens. You feel what I'm saying? The game came from the source, the original information, original OI. You feel what I'm saying? The game came from the heavens and was brought down upon you, upon your spirit. It vexed your spirit. You know what I mean? It came into you. It was like, no, I got something. Maybe I was doing this and it didn't work out. But again, the spirit doesn't give, the most high don't give you more than you can handle. You feel what I'm saying? To overbear yourself is a curse. Ease. You know what I'm saying? Ease. We coming for ease. Hey, thank you for that donation. I appreciate that, dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're ready to get that ease. I love, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, we here on YouTube live. Yeah. I appreciate y'all donating, send y'all donations to this game, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Brian. Yeah. Oh, I see you, Melissa. I see you over there. Okay, okay, Coco. You know what I mean? Yes. The game has came into your life. You see what I'm saying? While you over there, you know, overburden yourself with, the stress of, you know how I'm gonna start this eyelash business. Yeah, Coco, I know you. I see you popping with the eyelashes. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something too. You know what I mean? With this type of game, you don't need to do. You don't need to sell no physical product. You see what I'm saying? We at the point where all our money is just coming from the game. You see what I'm saying? All our work is coming from the game. The game is gonna provide those 6, 7 figures. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to purchase no motherfucking inventory. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna be above that type. And that's the path we go. You know, I'm like, no, building that arc right now. You know what I mean? And that arc, oh, you gotta build a covenant. You see what I'm saying? In order to build the arc, you have to come to an agreement. I am. Oh, they ain't listening to me. I said, in order to reach the covenant, in order to get to the actual building of the art, the shape, the curving, the architecture, the frame, in order to get to the frame, you had to come to a covenant. You had to come to an agreement with the source that I am. You see what I'm saying? You may be going back to college, and you may find yourself going to a some type of boot camp or whatsoever, right? But you gotta come to the motherfucking agreement that I am. At the end of the day, I am connected to the all supreme, sovereign, mighty being. And I have the words of inspiration to channel and raise my vibration, raise my speaking, raise my energy, raise my thought process. Because in this game, on this walk, there will be principles, there will be beings in high demonic places that will want to conflict with you and take you off your route or your path. You see what I'm saying? But then you got the watchers. Ooh, you got the watchers, right? And the watchers, you don't peep the watchers, but they be in your ear. You see what I'm saying? The watchers are in your ear consistently, daily, while you navigating through this plane and going through these, through these frequencies around you, right? Certain even frequencies that are abnormal that the enemy put around you, right? And you got these viruses, you got these bugs around you, right? These individuals with low frequencies and bugs, right? And they ain't working on their bugs because they content with the bugs. So then you come find yourself, memorizing or going back into your conscious stream, and resurfacing certain films and experiences that you've seen that kind of relate to certain circumstances. Like right now, I'm thinking about the Men in Black movie, Will Smith, and you got these bugs that are in human bodies, right? And they taking over the bodies, right? And so you gotta find yourself really taking note of how wow the game can get. See what I'm saying? You gotta take note of how wild the game can get out here. It can get it can get grimy out here, right? So that's how we use the AI to be able to navigate this plane. You know what I mean? You want to be away and safe, right? You're gonna come a time where you're gonna need to use the AI for the good and the bad. You see what I'm saying? For the right and the wrong. You see what I'm saying? To right a wrong, you're gonna need to use the AI. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the leverage that we can make when we come together and you do the Lord's business. You see what I'm saying? The Most High got a calling on your life. You see what I'm saying? The source, your ancestors got a calling on your life. You didn't get this far. You didn't get out of 1.5 billion sperm cells. You were not the one that came out here out of you had a one out of 1.5 billion dollar chance, billion-dollar chance, 1.5 billion chance to get here, and you made here. None of those cells, none of those sperm cells, none of those spermicides, none of those beings had the opportunity to come here. And not only that, they didn't have the opportunity to To die is a gift. You see what I'm saying? To transition is a motherfucking gift. Don't ever in your life got somebody trying to tell you that dying or transition is bad. Transition is the motherfucking best thing that you can do as a living being because some beings didn't get a chance to do it. I get the chance to transition out of this body. You see what I'm saying? And the grateful thing about it, prior to the transition, I was able to take what I was given. You see what I'm saying? When you looking at the parables throughout the scripture, right? And I'm just talking to y'all. You know what I mean? I'm just talking to y'all. I'm just want to make sure that there's some similarity, there's some understanding going on here because I want y'all to succeed out here. It's you know what I mean, and this is the time. You know what I mean? This is the season. You know what I mean? There's always a time of the season. I'm gonna actually um give it to the real sauce. You see what I'm saying? Um get to the real sauce season. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the real sauce. So we actually gonna go and I'm gonna go ahead and quote this for y'all, man, because you know, uh, a lot of people may not be familiar with the context of of how um certain events transpire and and what time it is, it's a time for everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and read the book of Ecclesiastics, right? And get some game to you. It says there's a season to everything, there's a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, under the cloud. You see what I'm saying? Now we really stop talking about heaven. Heaven is a safe place at the end of the day. We gonna take heaven, we gonna put it in our pocket. You see what I'm saying? Heaven is in our safe place. You see what I'm saying? Heaven is conscious mind. It's in your safe place. Okay. So privacy is everything too. That's what we're talking about. If heaven is if you want to give heaven a technical, identity, right? You're gonna call it the cloud. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna call it a cloud, right? Heaven is a safe place that thoughts, you know, uh, come together. That thoughts formulate. That thought cycle. It's just a never-ending cycle of thought. You see what I'm saying? It's a never-ending cycle of thought, but it's the good thought, the thought that actually, you know, gives you peace of mind, gives you love, gives you health, gives you purpose, gives you freedom, gives you leverage, right? So we got to take that into initiative, right? So it says there's a time for every purpose under heaven. You got a purpose, you got a calling. Maybe your calling it's not even maybe. Your calling is to use AI for something in your life. You see what I'm saying? Use these tools. Link up with your circle. If your circle is not using or applying some type of program or artificial intelligence to make them money, to increase their work productivity, they are slacking. You feel what I'm saying? We got to get so consistent and ready for this because you may hit 70, you may hit 60, you may hit 50 years old one day, right? And you got to make sure that you put that work in so that when you do reach those age, you probably within your circle created some type of artificial intelligence that's gonna help you when you reach that age, when you may have probably dementia, or when you may probably have a certain, issue or illness, or you know what I mean, or you won't be able to work so much, or you may have a loss of strength, right? You may need to develop that thing right now so that when you reach that age, you will have supported yourself. It's not only just money. Some people put hard work into acquiring funds and money, right? So that when they reach a certain age, they can relax and hold, you know what I mean? While that money is circulating. Yeah, 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 yeah. But again, who says the dollar will be here in the next 50 years, next 20 years, next 30 years? You feel what I'm saying? So it's best to work with individuals in your ministry that are working with artificial intelligence. Let's get that scripture open. It says, a time for every purpose under heaven. What type of purpose under heaven? There's a time to be born and there's a time to die. You can't die unless you was born. And you can't be born unless you died. A time to plant, right? We got to plant these seeds that are coming our head. Put those seeds you know what I mean, on a piece of paper. Put those thoughts on paper. You feel what I'm saying? It's just the time to plant. Plant those thoughts of yours. You feel what I'm saying? And a time to pluck what is planted, right? After you water and you talking about your ideas that you wrote down, right? And you putting those hours in to you know what I mean, to work out those problems, right? And fix those bugs, right? And you see that, oh, what? I planned this and damn, it looks good. Man, it was able to skill that I developed, right? You sell that plant, you sell that skill, right? Right. That idea turns into a skill. Turning your ideas into seeds and then growing those seeds into skills, right? It's a time to kill, right? It's a time to kill and there's a time to heal, right? Sometimes the killing may be metaphorical, right? Or maybe physical, right? You kill something spiritually and physically at the same time, right? It says a time to break down, right? Sometimes you get a large amount of information, right? And you gotta break it down. Sometimes things look so big in front of you that they could be overwhelming. But guess what? God gave you the spirit of strength. So it's time for you to break it down and possibly find out a way to break down information so you can build it up, right? A time to reap, time to weep, it's a time to be sad, right? But it's a time to laugh too. It's a time to mourn, and it's a time to dance. It's a time to cast away stones, right? And stone, man, you gotta turn around, you gotta cast those burdens, right? But it's time to gather those stones as well. You see what I'm saying? It says a time to embrace. There's a time to refrain from embracing. There's a time to gain, and there's a time to lose. There's a time to keep. There's a time to throw away. There's a time to tear, and there's a time to sue. A time to keep silence, and there's a time to speak. There's a time to love, and there's a time to hate. The scripture says it as well. Motherfuckers be like, "Oh, God is all love." Nah, man, I don't. We don't see that, and we definitely don't see that from people that use the word God. You see what I'm saying? As a majority. All right, so let's not play ourselves. We gonna hate in this game. You see what I'm saying? And we hate everything that's against us, not for us. All right. So there's a time for war and there's a time for peace. You see what I'm saying? And this is what you use your skill for. You see what I'm saying? We're developing this ministry and this tech information IT ministry. We're developing the skills so that our purpose can be served. You see what I'm saying? And in the process of serving our purpose, right? While developing these mathematical and technical skills, right? Those mathematical and technical skills are developing parts of us mentally, right? And spiritually and physically and emotionally to allow ourselves to navigate this plane during a time when we may need to, love or hate or go to war or create peace, right? You can create peace with your applications. You can create war. You can use, if you're going against somebody, you know what I mean? You can use your technical and your mathematical skills as a leverage. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When someone makes what's going against you, you know what I mean? Or you can use it for love, right? You could make somebody day create an application or doing a project that's gonna, um, scale the business or put some funds in their pocket. You feel what I'm saying? Um and so you can create an application using AI, to get people to dance. It's a time to dance, right? So you can use your application or skill to to help to plant ideas or to you can use your ideas, to build up. You see what I'm saying? So, or break down certain information so you can, rebuild. And that was very important. That was very important because as the scripture says, what profit has the worker from that in which he labors? I have seen the God given tasks which the sons of men are to be occupied. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity in their hearts, except that no one can find out the work that God does from the beginning to the end. I know that nothing is near for them than to rejoice and to do good in their lives, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God. Repeat that for me. I know nothing is better for them, right? Not all. And it's say all, because all is not going to do this. This game is not for everybody. You see what I'm saying? It is not for everybody. And you gotta stop taking your motherfucking fruits and just throwing it and casting it amongst swine, amongst maggots, amongst parasites. You see what I'm saying? Stop giving your food and profit to parasites. All right. I know that nothing is better for them than to rejoice. You see what I'm saying? I need to clap your hands, man. Clap your motherfucking hands. Cause it's I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to wake up another day so I can make sure that I'm putting in this work. You see what I'm saying? 5, 4, 5, 6 early in the morning. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm doing these motherfucking push-ups, right? I see some of y'all going to the gym, right? Early in the motherfucker, right? While they up sleeping, ready to, preparing to be parasitic. Parasites ain't up right now. Hell no. What? They ain't up preparing. They ain't up preparing. Parasites don't prepare. You see what I'm saying? The instinct just kicks in and they ready to be parasitic. They ready to consume. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't prepare. They complain. You feel what I'm saying? Parasites complain and they always are on starve mode and they just need to consume. I know nothing. I know that nothing is better for them. I'm talking to you. You may be listening to this. I know that nothing is better for you than to rejoice. You gotta be happy. And I'm happy for you. Just as if you listen to this and you happy for this game. Alright? You happy for the game, this wisdom and instructions that is coming from the cloud, straight from the top. You see what I'm saying? And like we talking about the seven hermetic principles, the seven hermetic laws, right? Because all law, you see what I'm saying? All is law. You feel what I'm saying? The first law is a law of vibration, man. We gotta get our frequency up and channel our frequency. You see what I'm saying? And get an etymological dictionary to be able to use certain words because certain words have sounds and you use those certain words when you rise up in the day so those words can be able to increase your vibration. You eating your fruits. We right here drinking water with fruits. I got this watermelon with I don't know if they call it cranberries, but uh, it's some red stuff. You know what I mean? They taste real good. But with the lime, and not and with the um we got the bee honey. You see what I'm saying? It's not just the regular bee, it's raw honey. And it's not just raw honey, man. It's some other type of stuff. You know what I mean? This is good for your brain. You got to make sure when you wake up around 5 in the morning, right, that you feed in your brain, right? Before you feed, your brain is your first stomach. You see what I'm saying? Your first stomach, your first appetite. Your brain has an appetite. You see what I'm saying? Your brain gets hungry too. You see what I'm saying? Don't confuse it. Your brain uses a lot of, energy. Just like you may have that energy, when you eat and your stomach breaks down food, right? That's the physical, right? Your brain also burns calories too with the thoughts. So you got to make sure that you put in the right things in your brain. You see what I'm saying? Go outside barefoot. Go on the ground. You see what I'm saying? Walk on the grass, right? Get some onions and some cumin and some onions and cumin and um anise seed, right? And put it in a plastic bag and put that plastic bag and put your foot in the plastic bag and wrap it around and then put a sock on, right? And let that go into the pores of your feet, right? And so that your feet can take that, you know, um, those things and take it up to your brain and feed your brain and your blood cells, right? Because your feet has, souls in it, right? That can actually take up that stuff, right? And this is, Ayurvedic, real deep, good stuff because again, on this path, with the Most High using this for this information technology. You a chosen one. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure you up on game. We gotta make sure that you healthy, right? Because you're an asset to society, right? Society, like, nah, man, that's too hard. I don't want to do that. I just want to be consumed. But you, you hold on. Let me take some of this fruit water in my system. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I do my best to be consistent with things that's gonna pay me back, I was at TJ Maxx, and I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I'm gonna keep it, I keep it buck with y'all. I keep it 100 with y'all, right? So, um, I'm at what am I doing? All right, so again, I'm finishing, I'm done. I'm on spring break, right? And this is like it's a few days ago, right? It's like a Friday. I'm leaving the campus. They close the campus down. Like, all right, get out of here. Y'all on spring break, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, 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 cool. I'm like, man, I put a lot of work in this semester, and I got some good results. I got some bad results. But the bad results just, prepare me in a way where I'm like, all right, well, I got to come at this from a different perspective. You know what I mean? Um, and so and so I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. I come at it from a different perspective. So I'm leaving, go and take myself to eat, right? I'm full. All right, I'm cool. Like, all right, cool. I'm about to go and take a nap. You know what I mean? I need a rest. So I go and take a nap. I'm resting, right? I get up, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm rested. I'm on spring break with, I got some plans, definitely got a purpose, right? But I think that could wait. It's Friday. The next 2 days, I'm about to just focus on making my bread. So I really get to business on Monday. So right now, let's, I should do a little something, something. And so I say, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna go and do a little bit more coding. So I'm working on C++, right? And I'm finishing this little, assignment project, right? And so I get done with that, and so it's still like 7 some o'clock, man. I said, man, I was talking to Mount Smoking earlier with this, one of my, with a student, and it came back to me, and that urge, when you've been smoking for so long, marijuana. You know, all it takes is a conversation. You get that urge, right? But I've been so dedicated to my craft and my purpose and my studies that I ain't been really on it like that. And I come across some students, like, oh, that I'll be, doing my, in my little location, doing my, contemplating on this game, working on this game, right? And they'll walk in a little high and stuff like that, or I can smell it, and they'll be like, "Oh, yo, you know what up, G? I know you smell this tree on me, no, no." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not even, it's all good. It's all good, bro. I got discipline." You see what I'm saying? Like I've been smoking probably longer than you've been born. You know what I mean? So it ain't really nothing right now, bro. This math, this calculus is my high for the moment. You feel what I'm saying? But once you know, uh, when I do get a chance, it'll be as a reward. It won't be as a regular thing. And not only that, giving you some gain of process. Don't let it take over you because at the end of the day, it ain't gonna get you high. That's a branding. It's gonna get you low. You know what I mean? Smoking weed, especially this contaminated marijuana out here, man, it's gonna get you unmotivated. You see what I'm saying? And we got to do the work. We got to do the Father's business. It ain't no games. It's a war going out here in these streets. You heard what I'm saying? Like, don't be catch slipping. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm talking to the young G's like that. You see what I'm saying? So, the young eyes. You know what I mean? After you get the G, you got the I, you got the P, I. T's, the young T's, the young techs, right? So nonetheless, that was on my mind, when I got up from my nap and whatsoever, woo, woo, woo. And so I'm like, man, let me go to the dispensary, and, get a little something, just a little something, you know what I mean? And I mean little because again, I just take, you know, 4 or 5 puffs and I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm done. You know what I mean? Put it out, and just stretch it out. You see what I'm saying? And I'm over here and on my way leaving, I put on YouTube, so I could listen to some content, while I'm, navigating, right? And I'm listening to Sinful the Pete. Got, bless be upon his soul, you know what I mean? Um, but I'm listening to Brother Simple Pete. And he sharing some mad game, sharing some mad game. And it was powerful. You see what I'm saying? And it really stuck to me at a point where I'm like, I'm on my way to the dispensary, and the brother's talking about, discipline, you know, and I'm telling myself I've been disciplined. I really have been disciplined. You may not be 100% disciplined on everything, and I want to make sure that's clear that you listen to this. You may not be disciplined on everything, but at least if you at least discipline on 50% of the things in your life, man, you're doing better than most. You feel what I'm saying? And and so I'm listening to him and I'm thinking like, man, yeah, I think I should be a little bit more disciplined. I've been doing so good, not smoking marijuana, man, and it's, unmotivating me. I could smoke some, I might not want to do push-ups next morning. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm thinking about the people that, if I can manage myself, I can manage others. If I can manage and discipline, you know what I mean? I can do it for others. And again, you know, the most High put some mad individuals, some great, you know what I mean? Like shit, like I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I got some women in my circle, you know what I mean, that really respect me and and fucks with me. You feel what I'm saying? And again, for all the young men out there, all the young T's out there, right? eh, You know, don't take on upon a woman if you can't manage yourself properly. Because a woman is meant to be a helpmate to what you got established. You see what I'm saying? When she listen to the game that you professing, you see what I'm saying? She gonna want to be a part of it, and you gonna have to make a way for her to be a part of the game. You see what I'm saying? Put her purpose is you. You see what I'm saying? A woman's purpose is you. You see what I'm saying? So, and you build that connection, you build that energy, right? And then you go ahead and create a what you call a covenant. You see what I'm saying? It's the arc is just when you building or when you bend in the line. The line is just straight, but you have a curve. You see what I'm saying? You want to create a curve, right? And so you go from a linear, right? A linear is what? A straight line. You learn that in math. Y equals mx plus b, right? It's a slope, right? But when you create that curve, it goes from a linear to a what? A quadratic formula. You see what I'm saying? that x squared plus y squared equals 0. You see what I'm saying? Or that x squared, right? Or that exponential, right? Exponent. This is how we get math involved with the game. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta be able to create a curve, not a straight line. You know, you want your money to go up faster. You want them funds and those that value that God bestowed upon your life to be able. You say, let's say together, we're gonna use these affirmations. I want my funds to be quadratic. I want to have a quadratic bank account. I want a quadratic lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Quadratic is instant, it's faster than a linear. You see what I'm saying? I don't want a linear faster. I don't want just a smooth, straight up. No, fuck that. Fuck that shit. You see what I'm saying? And when I'm in school, and I'm telling you, we got these years of experience, man. I be telling you, yo, man, you may be in your 30s, you may be in your 40s, man. Understand this. If you single, a man that's single and you're in your 30s or 40s, I urge you to find a way to get back into school. If you really, and this is for men that are just want to learn tech, that want to learn tech, and that are seasoned in the game. And I mean, in a way where, man, you can somehow apply self-employment into the skill that you're reaching towards, that you're developing. If you are seeking self-employment and you're in your 30s, right? And you are going into tech though, science, engineering, or math, right? Folks, science, engineering, or math, go back into school and go take those classes, whether they be calculus, physics, or you know what I mean, chemistry whatsoever. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna meet a young woman that's in that field as well. That if you raise your hand up, and you confident, you know, it's the swag, though. It's the motherfucking swag. You need to have swag. You gotta have charisma. You gotta have confidence. You see what I'm saying? And you could be, you may not be the brightest student, but you sound like the brightest because you got the spirit of divine working through you, and you really want your shit right, and you want to speak life. If you speaking life in the atmosphere, I'm telling you, you're gonna get one of the foreigners because every college, especially community college, man. I urge you guys go straight to community college, man. If you want to get back in attack, right? Go to community college because you're gonna find a lot of these foreign women over there, man. It's gonna be a plethora of young, feminine, friendly women from different continents of the motherfucking world, and they ain't gonna have no family. It's gonna be them staying in education, and you're gonna be a perfect fit because you might even have yourself situated in a way where they can, you know what I mean? They can just come into your spirit, you know what I mean? Are working towards that. You see what I'm saying? They have no high expectations. You see what I'm saying? Just have the spirit of the game, and they know it's taking time. You see what I'm saying? So don't overburden yourself too. Hell no, don't overburden yourself. Because again, if you in your 30s and you just restructuring your life, right? And the most high has a different calling in your life, and you like, you know what, I want more for myself. So you go to school, you get that degree, right? And you learn those skills. But in the process, you have some young, intelligent, friend, feminine women that are going to school, that are coming to America to get their education. Guess what? Just like I can go to school myself and get my education after having years of business, right? After years of in the streets, right? Having years of the game, the most high working through me, right? They can also help me. And I'm telling you, I be talking to, man. I, I'm telling you, I be scooping them up. I scoop them up. They ready for the game too. You see what I'm saying? I ready for the game. You know, I got a nice one right now from somewhere in Thailand, right? And she over here teaching me about calculus. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna. I'm telling you, you know, I be piping it down. You know, I was like, I got a D on one of my tests. I was like, I ain't having no more sex until I get an A, man. And she like, nah, 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 woo, 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 woo. And she's like, I got an A on my test. What you mean you didn't? I was like, I don't know, man. I'm doing something wrong because I'm putting these 8 hours in. I'm literally putting 8 hours into learning this calculus shit almost every day, Monday through Friday. You feel what I'm saying? From like 6 to 8 hours a day. And so she like, oh, I'm a man, let me come over and I'm like, she's like, no, seriously. I'm gonna come over and we're gonna go through this chapter one by one. And not only that, we're gonna make sure that we are a week ahead of the class so that we can be ready in case you got any questions, you know what I mean? And so you won't be overwhelmed, with the homework and preparing for the test or exam. So we're gonna be able to do all this stuff before. So now that we're on spring break, I can help you go through the whole chapter. And so when school starts again in a week, you already had the class. And while the class is going through that chapter, you preparing for the next chapter and just asking questions on the chapter they going through, and then you just keep that consistently. And then when we get to the quiz, you won't really have to worry about the quiz or the test because you're already a week ahead of the quiz and the test. You see what I'm saying? So that's we'll just keep it like that. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? This is what this is. See, again, you gotta demand it. You see what I'm saying? You gotta demand the things and you gotta command. See, when you talking about prayer, it ain't like, oh God, please provide me, woo, 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 woo. Fuck that shit. I command this into existence. And when it comes to existence, I'm still commanding it. You see what I'm saying? I'm still commanding it. It is still law. So fuck that. Nah, we make it. I'm calling this into existence. So you know what I mean? And this is the game. This is some game I'm giving to y'all young TRTs out there, man, because you get into tech. Hold on, say make sure I keep my brain hydrated. Hold on. You know? Sure. And I'm telling you, you're gonna get them attached to you. You're gonna get them attached to you, you know what I mean? And you just keep one. All it is one, man. I'm telling you. All it is, you just need one. You got one that's really gonna get one that's really down for you. You know what I mean? A real foreign that's real down for you, man. And she gonna, and if you command her, you just gotta know how to command. You just know how to lead. You just need to know how to instruct. You see what I'm saying? You just need to know how to speak life. You see what I'm saying? And then also, motherfucking know it ain't no game. Let them know I ain't playing. I ain't about no games. And I got this one man. She tried to do a little prank on me, right? And I was like, bitch, I ain't a fool. She's like, oh, but it's April Fool's Day. You think I do it in my country. Hey, 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 hey. Not over here. Not me. All right. I ain't no fool. And I don't play no motherfucker. I don't do no April Fools. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I only been in a country for 4 or 5 months, you know. I'm just thinking like, woo 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 woo. I'm like, hey, United States is very diverse. Don't think everybody's the same because obviously it ain't. You see what I'm saying? And number two is you dealing with a real one. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna demand my respect. You see what I'm saying? And don't play me forever in your life. Try to play me for a fool and try to prank me like that. We could prank somebody together, but I'm reserved from this shit. You know what I mean? Had her apologizing. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, you bad. You really did something bad. So when I see you, you already know. So you already know what this is about. She's like, what? I like, yeah, you already know what it's about. You've been a bad girl. You're a bad girl. You just sound bad. And I ain't gonna tolerate that. So next time I see you, I'll make sure I choke the shit out of you. I'm gonna make sure I spank you. I'm gonna make sure I spit in your mouth. I'm gonna make sure I fuck the shit out of you. You feel what I'm saying? Amen. And she's like, yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. You see what I'm saying? And this is the type of man she need. She need. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that. You see what I'm saying? You barely learning English, but she like that. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the type of gift the Most High bestows upon us. You feel what I'm saying? And again, we working on some projects as well. We got this technology club that we starting at the college too, because again, I already have the Ministry of Mortgage Information Technology, and my job is to make sure that we're connected with different colleges around the United States, starting here in California, and we can be able to leverage the students in these schools, and just create a pipeline. You know what I mean? Create a pipeline so that when we have, relations with different companies, we'll be able to use the students, to help us, get projects done faster and provide students with real world experience as well. And just administering the game, again, a sense of hope and, and pleasure as well, connections, experience. And this is what the Most High called us to do, is speak life into 'em. You know what I mean? We ain't all perfect. You see what I'm saying? And don't profess me as a perfect person. I'm just ministering the game. My job is just to minister the game. And so you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for waking up as well, man. Thank the Most High for giving us a pleasure of waking up. Remember, we are that we are. You see what I'm saying? And this is a sense, it's a time and place for everything. And your purpose today and right now is to plan according to head. Don't get caught slipping. Whatever the Most High put in your life, you manage it right. You see what I'm saying? And when you learn to manage it right, and when you are managing it right, then the Most High starts adding more to you for you to manage. All right. Peace and blessing. Catch you guys on the next one. This is Minister Delvon Bay, and I'm out.